Hey Wavy Curlies, so I want to share my nighttime getting ready for bed routine with you. The challenge when you have shorter wavy curly hair and you're trying to preserve it for multi-day hair like all the long-haired wavy curlies get to do, you have trouble getting it up. So do you wear a buff, which I haven't loved, and I have a small head and I don't like tight things on my head. And I don't really want to wear a satin cap. I do use a satin pillowcase and I highly recommend it. That's my number one bedtime tip is use a satin pillowcase. That can be a silk satin or a polyester satin. Then after that, I do put my hair up. Before I put it up, I kind of assess it. So how's it doing? Like, is it third day hair? Do I need dry shampoo? Because using dry shampoo before bed is more beneficial than waiting to the morning. You may need it again in the morning, but if you wait to the morning, you're kind of trying to recover too much. So you're better off to do that before bedtime. Same thing with moisture. If my ends are already looking dry before I go to bed, then I'm not going to wait to the morning to address it. I'm going to try to get some moisture in there as soon as possible. So whether you choose to use a spray that's more like a leave-in spray moisturizer, maybe a conditioner water mix, or if you like oil, this would be your time to do it. I'm just going to show you a couple of things that I have that I like. The first thing is the VO5 Shine Glow and Go Beauty Oil. I think it's kind of newer. I got it at the drugstore. It's really inexpensive for 5.9 ounces, and I think it was like $7 or less. So that's great, and it's an oil blend. So it's thinner. I sprayed it into my hands. I'm not going to do it now because I actually put oil in my hair a couple hours ago when it looked dry before I thought about doing the video. So the way I apply it is I smooth it down my hair. I might lift sections and go underneath, and then I might rope scrunch it down. So I don't need to really scrunch it. I mean, I can get it on the bottom, but I don't need to scrunch my hair now because I'm not trying to make my hair look good or fluffy. I can do that in the morning. So the less upward scrunching I do, the better, because I'm not pushing hairs away from the curl clump. So that's one thing. Another oil spray is the Shea Moisture Dry Oil Mist, and it comes in several of their scents. Each scent is formulated slightly differently with a little bit different oils, so the viscosity varies. This one's a little bit lighter than some, but I think all of them have glycerin, and that is the one caveat. So I can't use this as often as I can use my VO5 because the humidity really frizzes my hair, and the glycerin in those humid dew points just attracts too much moisture and frizz. So another option is something like a jojoba oil, which is a great sealant oil. You'll have to be more careful when it's a straight oil. It's going to probably be a little bit thicker feeling. It's probably a little bit harder to get the exact amount on your hand or get too much, whereas I like the sprays. You can always like wipe a little off before you start, or do a half spray. So I prefer the sprays just because they're a little bit more idiot proof for me. And then my final one that I use quite a lot, and I really love this product, is the Jane Carter Solutions Restore Moisture Mist. So think of this one as like a water oil blend, whereas the other ones are oil blends. So this one's a little bit more idiot proof. The other ones can be, you got to get it right, and you don't want to overdo the other ones. This one, takes more to overdo it. It's easier. All right, so if I've done my dry shampoo and I've done my oil on my ends and I'm ready to put my hair up, what do I do? Because that scrunchie that everybody wears here for a pineapple is not going to fit all my hair. I'm going to have all this stuff coming out. My hair's so fine, like to get it tight enough might actually pull some of my hairs, might leave a dent or give me a headache. And I don't want to use any really tight actual rubber bands. Those softer type things are better. So what works for me is what I call Medusa Clipping. So think of a crown roast. The roast with the bones that stick out that kind of goes like this, and it's really pretty. You see it in the magazine pictures, but I don't know anybody who actually makes it and eats it. Anyway, you're going to make your hair look like a crown roast using these little jaw clips, claw clips. So I start by going up, pulling gently, leaving space, making sure I'm not pulling too tautly. Again, pulling up my second side, and I just keep doing this in strips basically. and do another strip here, and then 1 and 2 more in the back. So if I have little bitties that stick out, and some of you are going to have shorter hair than me, so this is, you're going to want to be able to do this. If your hair's super short underneath and straight, I'd say just leave it out, right? It's probably not going to do anything too crazy that you can't revive with, you know, with just water in the morning, spray it. If it's curly, I would be more inclined to put it up if it's really curly back here so it doesn't snarl and knot and get too much action and movement. And so in which case you're going to want to use a bobby pin or 2 to clip those up. Using a soft, gentle hand without pulling too much because you don't want to straighten the hair. Just gently up and put your bobby pin in just like that. So you'll play around. Maybe you have curly hair, but you don't like the bobby pins and you'd rather just refresh this stuff underneath in the morning. That's fine too. Now, if I have a little piece in the front that didn't make it in, it's like really maybe curling forward and I couldn't get it in here because my layers in the front are kind of short, then what I might do is, let's say it's this one, I'll just gently pull it back, take a little tiny baby clip smaller than the ones that are up in my hair right now, and just clip that gently. Not even, I don't go down to the scalp. I just clip it onto some hairs next to it, just so that thing doesn't get crazy while I'm sleeping. So all my hair should be pretty much up. I take a look. If there's stuff that's really hanging down, I might take another clip. Whoops, there goes one. I might take another jaw clip and like take the stuff that's hanging crazy and just bring it up and clip it kind of going forward or onto this wad of curls up here. This is when I would use the Jane Carter Restore Spray because that one I can actually spray on. The others I would spray, the oils I would spray into my hand and then smooth onto my hair before going up. So there you have it. The small clips, the minis, the bobby pins. You're going to play with where you position the clips. Sometimes you need to go a little higher. It kind of depends where you sleep. If you sleep on your back, you might separate them differently. If you're a side sleeper or stomach, you know, sleeper, whatever works for you. So I hope that you found that helpful. I hope you get far more great wavy curly days from having figured out something to do at night for your protective style. If you like the video, please subscribe, hit the like button. If you have victories, challenges, questions, comments, leave them down below. I'll try to get back to you, and I will see you on the next wavy curly video.